Good evening, David Mark Holmes, Baltimore, Maryland, streaming live to Malaysia and Canada.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We'll be underway at the bottom of the hour. We're taking introductions. You're on Straight Talk with the formulator of the Zika International Products, Mr. Russ Bianchi. And my name is David Moses. I'll be hosting this call this evening. And I'd like to welcome you from wherever you're calling from. Give us your name and where you're calling from. Go ahead.
One special guest on the line. And we're actually calling from Seattle, Washington. Danielle Clam with Seattle, Washington. Nancy Ware, Columbus, Georgia.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mel Rankins from Denver, Colorado. Lynette Edith from Dallas, Texas. One guest on the line. Lisa from Keller. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, everyone. The line.
Good evening, Mr. Las Vegas, Nevada. Two guests on the line.
Good evening. Guests on the line. Bill and Julie Scott, Houston, Georgia, with two guests on the line. Good evening, Willis Barry, Texas, North Carolina.
Good evening, International American Canyon, California, with one special guest on the line, Vince from Santa Rosa.
Good evening, Mike Shelton.
This is Judy Harris, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Portland, Oregon.
New Jersey, winter Texas code 100.
Hi, David. It's Guy from Major. Daryl. Good evening, Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes to the bottom of the hour. There's a lot of people on this call from all over the world. This is Straight Talk with the formulator of the Zika International Products, Mr. Russ Bianchi. My name is David Moses. I'll be your host this evening, and we're going to be underway at the bottom of the hour. We're just taking a few more introductions. Go ahead. Conwell, California. Good evening, Southern California. Ohio. Okay, it's going to be a big call this evening. We've got 60 seconds to go. Welcome to Straight Talk. This is our product-centered call with the formulator of the Zika International Products, Mr. Russ Bianchi. Welcome, everybody. Jeremy Drexler, Atlanta, Georgia. Hello. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to ensure that we have a clear line this evening, so if I could have everybody please star 6 now. Perfect. Okay. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ZJ International Product Centered Call that we call Straight Talk. This is with the formulator of the ZJ International Products, Mr. Russ Bianchi, and Russ is on with us tonight from, I believe, somewhere out in California, and we'll be over here in Toronto, Canada, tomorrow night, getting ready for our big weekend here on the eastern side of Canada. My name is David Moses. I'm an independent distributor with ZJ International, speaking to you from my home office here in Toronto, Canada. Let's start off by extending a welcome to all of our team members from all over the world. This is a global conference call, and so we do have people from a variety of different countries. Some people streaming in on Skype, and of course others at business presentations in different locations around the world. I'd also like to extend a special and warm welcome to all of the guests who are online tonight. This call is for you to give you an overview of the product line that has really facilitated the fastest growing company in direct sales today, the foundation of a world-class company, and that, of course, is our product line, and we will focus in on that this evening. But just for the benefit of new people who are on the line tonight, I'd like to maybe just take a couple of minutes and create some context, give you a little bit of the history of the company, and that'll set the stage to bring on our formulator. This company, ZJ International, was founded and born as a direct result of a one-hour documentary that aired on the Discovery Channel a few years ago. Now, this documentary featured a botanical known as Moringa oleifera. It's a tree that grows in certain parts of the world. It has extraordinary nutritional properties, and just as the article in the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, that was written March 21st, 2008, where it talked about the potential of this botanical to do everything from reverse environmental damage, purify water, provide for a whole new range of pharmaceuticals, as well as feed the hungry. It is really something unique in all species of plants and all species of botanicals. And so the Discovery Channel documented all of this on that documentary. Now, what happened was that documentary was recorded on a VHS video and handed to the founder of ZJ International, Mr. Ken Brailsford. Now, the significance of that becomes apparent when you know Ken's background. Ken was the co-founder of Nature's Sunshine Products back in 1972. For those of us that have been in health food stores, you'll see a whole section of Nature's Sunshine Products. Company's been in business over 40 years, and combined sales are in the billions. Ken also founded another company in the mid-1980s called Enrich International, and many of the top direct selling companies in nutrition in the state of Utah can trace their roots back to Ken's original companies. And so it was almost written in stone that ZJ would be destined for greatness when this company started. Now, the challenge that Ken had was, how do you take the raw constituents, the components of this botanical, and bring them to the marketplace in the form of a line of world-class products? And that task was given to our formulator, Mr. Russ Bianchi. And Russ is on with us tonight. Russ, it's always a pleasure to have you on these calls, and we've grown so big over the last several years, and now even accelerating that growth. And really, the only way that you can speak to everybody is on one of these calls. So, thank you for joining us. We look forward to having you in Toronto, by the way. Russ, maybe for the benefit of the new people online tonight, we could start off with a little bit of your background, what you do, your company, and why you came to Zija to do Moringa as a brand.
Thank you, David, for the introduction, and hello to everyone around the world. I think back to the old adage in the postal industry, neither sleep nor snore, no gloom of night, because right now I'm in the middle of a blizzard in Kansas and getting to talk to everybody, and that's a privilege. My name is Russ Bianchi. I run a company called Adept Solutions Incorporated. We're based in Monterey, California. We create, convert, and stabilize. We do it in pharmaceutical and drug development, food and beverage, skincare and cosmetics, flavor chemistry and stabilization, chocolate confectionery, and functional and dietary supplementation. Perhaps if you've ever seen or eaten an energy bar in North America, we're responsible for the vast majority of successful brands on the marketplace today. And that was a multi-billion-dollar market shift away from traditional categories of food in the breakfast category, confectionery, and elsewhere. We didn't want to do this project. As a matter of fact, we turned it down. We didn't think there was a potential for it, to be quite honest with you. But two things brought us to this. One, we found out there was overwhelming evidence in the thousands of published and vetted referee journal studies, scientific and medical, on Moringa. But the real question was, why wasn't anybody using it? And what we found out was there are multiple dozens of varietals throughout the world and species. There was no real commercial standardized supply that Zija had to create literally on their own plantations. And we agreed to do it because the ownership of Ken Brailsford and his team, Rod Larson, Mike Hirschberger, Jason Jorgensen, Dr. Joshua Plant, Ryan Palmer, Jerem Dastrup, and so many other corporate agreed that the quality assurance and control, if we were able to formulate these things, would be maintained. Not only have they done that, they have actually exceeded that in a world-class pharmaceutical-grade plant available for anyone to come and see at their opportunity that was debuted at the last international convention only a few months ago. So this is an unusual animal. It was a coalition of the unwilling, the distrusting, and unbelieving, and Ken brought together everyone, and the parts became more valuable than the whole. And we delivered to market the only efficacious moringa from all the constituent parts of the plant that no one else has anywhere at any price. And the result is Zija in a deliverable beverage form that delivers all the essential nutrients that simply haven't existed in food or beverage, or for that matter, absorbably in a great deal of dietary supplementation or drug delivery for probably 4.5 decades, David.
Yeah, well, one of the wonderful things that has happened as a result of Zija coming to the marketplace, as you know, is many lives have been changed. I mean, tens of thousands of people are getting great results from the product, and as a result are out telling other people, and that's what's caused the growth and the foundation of this company. But I think maybe where we should start, Russ, is to give the distinction of what makes this unique and special. There are so many different nutritional products on the marketplace, and there's many great products, but moringa is in a class of its own, completely separate from everything else because it is so nutrient dense, so nutrient complete. And maybe you can provide some education on that, shed some light on that for the new people online tonight.
Literally international, recognized governmental and non-governmental organizations, David, literally federal governments, literally massive research centers Hundreds of academic, medical, and scientific institutions have verified the efficaciousness of the correct varietal of moringa that only ZJ International provides. And what are we providing? We're providing all the constituent parts of moringa organically grown to the highest standards: leaf puree, fruit puree, seed cake, cellulose, fiber, oil, all the parts, all the good parts with no intra-contradiction or adverse side effects. And this is real nutrients, David, that are fully absorbable, what we would call enzymatically alive or bioavailable, that get into your body that haven't been in food or beverage, in industrialized and chemically altered and processed food or beverage for at least 4, perhaps 5 decades, David. So we're delivering back that with something that is fully available that no one else has in any combination at any cost, period. We're delivering, David, huge levels in recommended daily intake of all the essential vitamins and minerals simply stripped out of food. You know, we're eating more than double the calories now, David, than we did only a few decades ago, and receiving up to 85% less absorbable nutrients at more than double the calories. We're also heavily overdrugged. 400% more drugs are being consumed on a daily basis now per capita than occurred only maybe a couple of decades ago. So there's a real problem here. We see pandemics of all kinds of issues: blood glucose challenges, weight challenges, cardiovascular challenges, terminal disease challenges, all over the place that simply didn't exist because we were getting nutrients in food. But moringa is more than that, David. Moringa is delivering huge levels of omegas that aren't absorbable from fish oil, flaxseed, chia seeds, seaweed, and other sources, because if they were, we wouldn't be having these issues. So a lot of that supplementation out there may sound great, but it's not absorbable. There's 3 dozen anti-inflammatories in moringa in one plant. There are dozens upon dozens of antioxidants and anti-carcinogens, all the amino acids, David, 9 essentially your body doesn't produce, the building blocks of life. And if you don't get those, David, you're in a lot of trouble. What we're delivering literally, as is described by many, is the tree of life. This has been around a long time. Even one of your namesakes in Exodus, David, by the name of Moses, used this in Exodus to sweeten the waters and purify them in the middle of the Sinai. We've known about it a long time, but no one had used it because invariably the simplest answer tends to be the correct one. In nature, for its nutrient density to be protected, it is horrifically bad tasting, David, and it took us 143 failures over months and months and months and months, working long hours and trial and error and a team of scientists to overcome. So this was not easy. It was actually probably the hardest beverage project we've ever tackled. We almost failed completely, and by the grace of God, we got there.
Well, we've gone from the original beverage that Z just started with, and we have our Smart Mix today and our Super Mix, of course. And we've got 3 product divisions per se: that of our sports products, that of our nutritional, our weight management system, and then of course our personal care system with Gen M. Let's focus in for a moment on the weight management system, which is really 3 main products, that being our Smart Mix, that being the AM capsules, and then of course the detoxification tea. These 3 products have literally exploded the company. I mean, it's just put the company into hyper growth because of the results people are getting and maintaining, which is even more important. And maybe we could talk first of all about the problem, then let's talk about those 3 specific products and how they address the problem. Why do we have so many people today that have a challenge in the weight department?
Well, David, it starts maybe in the late 60s, early 70s. We were eating real food from 4 basic food groups, but then they started dumbing it down. The first thing they did is they told us milk wasn't good for us, that it had been fine and fresh for the last 10,000 years, and to drink 1%, 2% skim reduced, low fat, fat free. We believed them. but the parts became more valuable than the whole. Then they lied to us and told us yogurt was good for us when it's complete junk food. They told us to check out all the premium ice cream brands, and the parts became more valuable than the whole. Then they came in and started dumping in artificial synthesized sweeteners that cause these issues in blood glucose and weight challenge, like high fructose corn syrup. And basically, after air, water, and salt in the formulation business, David, the next least costly ingredient to bulk with became high fructose corn syrup. And that was the beginning of the end of the food chain. And today, people are massively challenged from a wellness standpoint because of all these bad for you components that are in the food chain today. There's over 10,000 non-identified and unlabeled chemicals and bad for you things in food and beverage and drugs today. A lot of people don't know that aren't reading the daily blog at russbianchi.com. So it is a major challenge. But in every disaster, David, there's an opportunity. And we are delivering real nutrients that overcome the deficit, this hole in terms of real nutrition the body requires. And when you deliver to the body what the body requires, it's the body that self-corrects. We're nobody's doctor here tonight. We're not practicing medicine. We don't diagnose, treat, prevent, cure, mitigate, or prescribe in any way, shape, or form. But if you give the body what it needs, David, and we do it in a base drink, either the Smart Mix or a brand new Super Mix with even more moringa in it, you are going to get those nutrients you simply can't find anywhere else that are truly absorbed into your body and utilized.
All right, let's talk about the three components that make up the weight management system and why they are so effective. I mean, we've had people, and now the numbers are in the thousands, that have had literally life-transforming results in terms of weight. And there's a whole website with all the before and after success stories that people have achieved and maintained on three specific products. And maybe you could take us through those three products and how they work.
Thank you, David. Look, diets don't work, David. They never have and they never will. I don't care whose. Kumbaya weigh-in sessions, phony new and improved point scales, celebrities on TV that were really the fat farm and then claimed some food shipped to their house where the cardboard box tastes better than the food did something for them. If those work, David, how come we went from maybe 1 out of 45 people with a weight challenge in the late 60s to 7 out of 10 with a serious or morbid weight challenge? Numbers don't lie. The diets didn't work. They never have and they never will. We're not a diet. We're a system. And we work permanently with no risk. There's even a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee and up to 90% depending on your circumstances and distribution for 1 full year. Nobody gives that kind of guarantee except Beach International. We build a base foundation that is firm in real nutrition from the most efficacious and nutrient-dense plant of the correct varietal that nobody has of all constituent parts. And then when we can do that, David, we can give you a morning or afternoon capsule. It triggers leptin in your brain, and you are satiated, which is a fancy Uncle Russ word for you're not hungry. And when you're not hungry, you burn body fat instead. That's a good thing. You lose weight. But there's a problem. The problem is at a certain point, you've released enough toxins to overwhelm your liver, and you can't process any more fat. So then we give you a premium tea that allows that to happen, and it's a 1, 2, 3 punch combination, David, that will allow anyone to lose all the weight they want. And as a matter of fact, this company expended over $100 million in less than a year on a simple referral question. Might you happen to know someone who would like to lose some weight permanently at little or no cost?
Okay, well, yeah, and of course, the results that people get with the weight loss are pretty rapid. In the first week, for most people, they're going to see between 3 to 5 pounds, literally the first week, without having to change what they're eating or go to the gym, just simply by getting proper nutrition and reducing the number of calories that one is taking in. People get these types of results. And of course, that leads to referrals. People naturally will tell other people, and that causes the growth and causes more and more people to come on board as customers and as distributors. Now, I'm going to be doing a global tour starting, well, a multi-country tour in the month of March, going through Los Angeles, Malaysia, Thailand, and Japan. And we are now marketing several of the products in those countries, and one of them is the Gen M skincare line, which is really made from the base oil that comes from the seed from the fruit pod of the moringa tree. Maybe you could talk a little bit about Gen M, what makes it unique, why is it a special skincare line in terms of being all natural?
Well, if you go to russbianchi.com, you'll see for yourself an absolute evidentiary-based pictures of applied topical nutrition to the skin, what it does. Love the skin you're in. Only Gen M or Generation Moringa can and will provide this empirically and irrefutably. I've done a lot of skincare lines, David. I've done ones in Europe. I've done ones in Great Britain, North America, Asia, and elsewhere. Famous ones. Brand names, retail, very well recognized, direct sell. But I've never been around a skincare line, David, that is 10 years ahead of everybody else. Moringa oleifera oil, the base, along with the other constituent parts of moringa, are in every part of Gen M. And what do we deliver? We deliver results. Evidentiary-based results, just like all our other product lines. And I don't care what your issue is. There's a lot of things out there in terms of color discoloration in skin, viral problems, microbial problems, ablation problems. It goes on and on. The bottom line is, when you see the results for yourself, only then we believe it. And does Gen M do that better than anything I know of on this planet, and almost a decade in technology ahead of any claim out there with empirical results? The answer is yes.
And so that is one of the products. In fact, we're launching Thailand specifically with Gen M, and then other products will follow. And it's a great product that comes in behind the weight management system that people order and reorder on a monthly basis, along with some of the other products. Now, recently you came out with, and Zija came out with your formulation, the Prime 90, both in the vanilla and the chocolate. And the results with that are fantastic. People love it, not just the taste, but what it does for them in terms of maintaining weight loss. And maybe you could share a little bit about this meal replacement shake.
In a few words, David, real meal replacement, efficacious meal replacement. Moringa is the most protein-dense botanical known to science. It's more than double the nearest one, which is soy, and we now know that both soy and corn that are genetically modified cause cancer, so you don't want to even be near those. And we get full absorbability. So we're building slow and fast twitch muscle. We're creating satiety. We're giving you meal replacement. We're building endurance, speed, performance, recovery. And the proof is in the pudding. There isn't a professional sport you can name, a collegiate sport, an Olympic activity, where Prime 90 isn't already being used, and being used highly effectively with real results. And, oh, by the way, it happens to taste good, too.
Yeah, that always works. My kids like making smoothies with them, but that's a whole other story. Let's get on with the sports products, and then I kind of want to just talk about how we go to $1 billion and how this brand will actually go there, how we're going to get there. There's been a lot of controversy regarding energy-type drinks and 5-hour energy and various brands in the market, stuff that we'd buy in the store. And, of course, that's a huge market. And we've got, of course, our XM3 and our XM Plus. Maybe you could share some of the distinctions and what we have in it that make it unique and special and also healthy.
Sure, David. And my company had done the vast majority of energy bars that give real efficacious kinesiological sports energy, sustained blood glucose, no hypoglycemic drop-off or blood sugar crash. Well, we've never really done a sports drink because the category was full of stuff claiming energy, claiming power, and delivering none of that. All of these things are full of lethal levels, of anhydrous synthetic chemical caffeine that'll stop your heart. Combine it with a blood depressant like alcohol, it's a meet your maker cocktail. Bartenders won't even blend them anymore. Take your chances and blend them yourself. They've got taurine and guarana in them that cause birth defects and cancer and are not safe. They've got B6 and 12 vitamins synthetically rendered from the intestines of pigs in slaughterhouses before the rest is macerated into cheap canned generic pet food. They've got carcinogenic sweeteners, carcinogenic colorants, carcinogenic flavors, acidulants, preservatives, stabilizers. David, who should be drinking this stuff? Terrorists, not humans. And as a result of that, we weren't going to go there. But Moringa allowed us to do that, David, that we couldn't do with anything else. And as a result, we've come out with sports drinks that deliver sustained glucose, no crash at all, and real results, as we've already reported, in collegiate, Olympic, and world-class professional sports. Real sports energy that cannot be proven anywhere else except by XM3 and XM+, and with no adverse or